Vande Mataram. Dear friends, welcome back to my channel, Courtroom Battles. My name is Dr. Tushar Mandlekar and I welcome you to the journey of law with me in this channel. We have been talking about several Supreme Court judgments and the provisions of the law in the past. Dear friends, I have decided to start a series of certain videos for accident insurance claims. A lot of people have requested that they need some guidance in the matter of the insurance claims which are required to be granted by the motor accident claim tribunals when the claim is raised by the insured or the accident person. Such a claim is required to be decided by the Motor Vehicle Accidents Claim Tribunal under Section 173 of the Motor Vehicles Act. So we will be discussing several judgments and the settled law of the Supreme Court of India in insurance claims. Keep on watching Courtroom Battles. Dear friends, we all know that valid and effective driving license is absolutely necessary to run a vehicle on roads. It has always been a contention of the insurance companies while repudiating the claim or denying the claim to the insured that the driver did not have a valid driving license or driver has fake driving license or the license was expired. Now, for the purpose of fulfilling the decree as per Section 149 of the Motor Vehicle Act, the insurance companies have valid defences under which such clauses are included. The Honorable Supreme Court has answered all these questions in the famous judgment of the National Insurance Company versus Swarna Singh 2004 3 SCC 297. This landmark judgment of National Insurance versus Swarna Singh was delivered on 4th of January 2004. Now dear friends, this is the benchmark which Honorable Supreme Court has created in the insurance sector. All those persons practicing in insurance law or motor vehicle law must know this judgment. Today I am going to discuss this landmark judgment and share with you all these contentions raised by the insurance companies while repudiating the claim. Section 149A bracket 2 has a word used as duly licensed. The Honorable Supreme Court has held with a view to construe a statute, the scheme of the Act has to be taken into consideration. For the said purpose, the entire Act has to be treated as whole Act. Under the Act, holding of a driving license is one of the conditions of a contract of insurance. Driving of a vehicle without valid license is an offence, whereas in Section 3, the words used are effective license. It has been differently worded in Section 149 bracket 2, that is duly licensed. If a person does not hold an effective license as on the date of the accident, he may be liable for prosecution in terms of Section 141 of the Act. But Section 149 pertains to insurance as regards to third-party risk. A provision of a statute which is penal in nature, vice versa a provision which is beneficial to a third party, must be interpreted differently. It is also well known that the expression contained in the different provisions are ordinarily construed differently. The words effective license used in Section 3 therefore cannot be imported into Section 149(2) of the Act. Moreover, the words duly licensed used in Section 149(2) are used in the past tense. Now, we will have to see 5 types of categories by which the Honorable Supreme Court has discussed this judgment. The entire judgment revolves on these 5 categories. 1. If the driver do not have a license not held. 2. if the driver has a fake license. 3. If the license is held but validity of the same is expired. And 4. License not held for type of vehicle being driven. And 5. Learner's license held. And in these all 5 categories, what does the Supreme Court says? Whether the insurance companies are liable to pay or not. Let us see further. Keep on watching Courtroom Battles. Dear friends, it is the right of the insurance company to repudiate the claim in the event if the breach of the policy conditions has been established. In Kamla case, the Honorable Supreme Court has held that the insurer and the insured are bound by the conditions enumerated in the policy, and the insurer is not liable to be insured if there is violation of any policy condition. The insurance company who has made statutorily liable to pay the compensation to third parties on account of the certificate of the insurance issued shall be entitled to recover from the insured the amount paid to the third parties if there was any breach of the policy conditions on account of the vehicle being driven without a valid driving license. The Learned Counsel for the insured company contended that it is enough if established that he made all due inquiries and believed bona fide that the driver employed by him had a valid driving license, in which case there was no breach of the policy condition. As we have not decided on that contention, it is open to the insured to raise it before the claims tribunal. In the present case, if insurance company succeeds in establishing that there was a breach of the policy condition, the claims tribunal shall direct the insured to pay the amount to the insurer. In default, the insurer shall be allowed to recover the amount from the insured person. So it is very clear that if the breach of the policy condition has been observed, then the insurance company shall make the payment of the compensation, and it is free to recover it from the insured person later on. Dear friends, let us discuss when there is no valid license, what will happen. Dear friends, if the driver do not have a valid license, then what happens? Honorable Supreme Court holds that the owner of the motor vehicle in terms of Section 5 of the Act has the responsibility to see that no vehicle is driven except by a person who does not satisfy the provisions of the Section 3 or 4 of the Act. In a case, therefore, where a driver of the vehicle admittedly did not hold any license and the same was allowed consciously to be driven by the owner of the vehicle by such person, the insurer is entitled to succeed in its defense and avoid liability. In the event if it is found and observed that the driver do not have a valid license and the owner has permitted him to drive the vehicle, the insurance company is right in denying the claim. If the driver of the offending vehicle has a fake license, what will happen? Dear friends, insurance companies are right in raising this defense for the purpose of proving that there is a breach of the policy under Section 149 of the Motor Vehicle Act. But for that purpose, they have to prove in the court or the Motor Accident Tribunal that the owner of the vehicle was fully aware of the fact that he has allowed the driver to drive the vehicle in spite of having a fake driving license. Dear friends, if a driver is found to have a fake driving license, then such a license cannot be said a valid and legal license. The insurance companies may deny the claim, but in the event if it is not proved that the owner has the knowledge of such a fake license, the insurance company will have to pay the claim. If it is found that the owner has taken a due care at the time of employing a driver and verified his license, then the insurance company cannot straight away its responsibility from making the payment of the compensation. It is held and observed that the owner of the vehicle is not supposed to make the detailed inquiry at the time of verifying the license of the driver while employing him. The license may be fake, but if the genuineness of the license is seen on the face of it, then the owner is not liable to make the payment. The insurance company has to make the payment in spite of after finding that the driver license is fake. So dear friends, Even if the license is fake, the claim is required to be paid. The only requirement is owner has taken a due diligence and care at the time of employing a driver. If the driver has one particular type of license to drive a vehicle, but at the relevant time he was driving another type of vehicle, then what happens? Dear friends, if a driver has a license to drive a vehicle of one particular class, but he is driving a different type of vehicle, then what happens? Say for example, a driver has a light motor vehicle license, and there are two categories, transport and non-transport. In the event, if the driver is found to have been driving a non-transport vehicle having a transport license or vice versa, then in that situation, the driver already has a license, but he is driving a different category of vehicle. Then, whether it is a breach of policy, the Honorable Supreme Court has held that it is up to the tribunal to see the evidence before it, whether the such intentional driving of a driver of a different category of vehicle has actually resulted in the accident or not. Dear friends, the Honorable Supreme Court holds that in each case, on evidence laid before the tribunal, a decision has to be taken whether the fact of the driver possessing a license for one type of vehicle but found driving another type of vehicle was the main or contributory cause of the accident. If on facts it is found that the accident was caused solely because of some other unforeseen or intervening causes like mechanical failures or similar other causes having no nexus with the driver not possessing a requisite type of license, the insurer will not be allowed to avoid its liability merely for technical breach of condition concerning driving license. Now this is a major issue, dear friends. Ultimately, it is the tribunal which is to see the evidence before it, and the test is to see whether a driver, if driving such a particular vehicle of not having a particular category of license, has been negligent and that has resulted into an accident. Otherwise, insurance company has to make the payment. Dear friends, if the driver of the offending vehicle has a learner's license, then what happens? Dear friends, the Honorable Supreme Court holds that even if the driver has a learner's license, he has a valid license, and the insurance companies cannot shrink the responsibility from making the payment of liability of the compensation. The Motor Vehicle Act 1988 provides for grant of learner's license. Section 4 bracket 3, Section 7 bracket 2, Section 10 bracket 3 and Section 14. A learner's license is thus also a license within the meaning of the provision of the Act. It cannot therefore be said that when a vehicle is being driven by a learner subject to the conditions mentioned in the license, he would not be a person who is not duly licensed, resulting in conferring a right on the insurer to avoid the claim of the third party. It cannot be said that a person holding a learner's license is not entitled to drive the vehicle, even if there exists a condition in the contract of insurance that the vehicle cannot be driven by a person holding a learner's license. The same would run counter to the provisions of Section 149 bracket 2 of the said Act. Therefore, Supreme Court holds that even if the driver of the offending vehicle has a learner's license, then the insurance company has to make the payment of the claim. If the driver of the offending vehicle has a driving license, but it is expired license, then what happens? Dear friends, the Honorable Supreme Court holds that the validity of the license, although if expired, can be renewed as per the Act. The license is valid and it can be renewed after 30 days. So within the 30 days period, if the license is applied for the renewal, in that case, the said license is said to be valid. A person whose license is ordinarily renewed in terms of the Motor Vehicle Act and rules framed thereunder, despite the fact that during the interim period, namely when the accident took place and the date of expiry of the license, he did not have a valid license, he could, during the prescribed period, apply for renewal of the license, and the said license can be a valid license for the purpose of giving a claim. The 30 days is a moratorium period given to a licensee to renew the license. Even in this interim period, the license is sent to the RTO office for the renewal along with the application, then that license is automatically renewed. There is no test which is required to be given to the driver for the purpose of the renewal. Hence, the Honorable Supreme Court says that in the intervening period, if the license is renewed or the application is made, even if the license is expired on the date of the accident, the said claim can be given. I hope you have liked this video. Dear friends, if you are a student of law or a lawyer or interested in law, then please join my channel. If you have liked this video, please like it. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and families. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.